1440 KVON 99.3 The Vine. It's time for Health Bits, brought to you by Queen of the Valley Hospital and Senior Helpers, navigating the art of aging. And from Senior Helpers, Robert Nations. Good morning.
Hey, Kelly, how are you this morning?
Oh, we need to call our guest.
Yes, we do.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, we need to call her.
All right, so set it up for us what we're going to be doing. And
well, you and I have been talking for years now about the fact that dementia is a huge problem.
Right.
One in 8 of people 65 and older have some level of dementia. Well, it not only affects the person with dementia, but all the people around them.
Right, absolutely.
So we've got to address two different people now. We've got to address the person with dementia and how to take care of them, but we also have to figure out how to help the people helping the people take care of the person with dementia. And that's who our guest is today. She's Teepa Snow. She's an occupational therapist, but more importantly, she's got 30 years experience dealing with dementia. And so what she's doing is she's coming to Napa. I'm very lucky to have her come here on August 12th. So I wanted to have her come with us this morning and talk about what's going to happen.
All right. Well, let's get her on the line, and then we will get some more information.
Yeah, the great thing about her, she's not only an expert, but she's also very entertaining. So I think you'll enjoy this interview. Yes.
We're putting the pressure on Teepa.
Yeah.
Visit StudioPhys.com. That's Studio, P-H-Y-Z-Z. It's time to get physical at Studio Phys.
And we're back with Health Bits, brought to you by Queen of the Valley Medical Center and Senior Helpers. And Robert is bringing in a special guest this morning.
Teepa Snow. I'm so excited because she's like a famous person in my world.
That's great.
Yes, she is, because I've seen her speak a couple of times. And not only does she have great information, but she's very entertaining. She makes me laugh, and she also can make you cry at the same time. Isn't that right, Teepa?
Hey, yeah. Usually people don't come to a dementia workshop expecting to laugh and laugh till you cry. But, you know, it's important to realize this disease is really hard. And so having moments of joy is what really makes life possible.
Well, Kelly and I were just talking about the fact before we got you on the phone that 1 in 8 now are predicted to have dementia by the age 65.
Absolutely. And the hard part is 1 in 5 families is actually dealing with this, but everybody thinks they're all alone because it's still got a lot of stigma, a lot of not wanting to say anything. And, well, maybe it's not dementia. And so families don't talk about it out in public as much. And so it's funny when you do find out you have it, and if you say something, oh, yeah, my mom, it's 1 in 5 families right now.
Well, I hadn't heard that statistic. That's interesting, and I think that's even more of value about why you're coming to see us, because as I was telling Kelly, not only do we have to help manage and take care of somebody with dementia, but we also got to support the family.
Oh, absolutely. This disease doesn't affect an individual. It affects their entire support system. Because typically this disease is going to take, on average, 8 to 12 years to run its course. And what that means is over that time, I'm going to go from an independent, on my own, doing my own thing, living my life, able to take care of myself and my business and my world and know how to spend my time and be able to make good choices and decisions and physically do whatever I want, to somebody who's going to be curled up in a fetal position, unable to eat. And that means at some point in this process, not just my life is going to be changing.
Oh,
everything.
It's so true, and the challenge is this is a person who you love and somebody that this is not them. I mean, that's the thing that they have trouble struggling with.
It's almost like a death, even though it's not a physical death, right?
Yeah. And what I would say is this is what's currently wrong with the system. If you want to hear my real quick analysis,
of course.
When I say the word dementia, the next word that jumps into everybody's brain is Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's, yeah.
And then the next word, if I say, well, what is Alzheimer's? You go, oh, they have problems with memory.
Memory loss, yeah.
And I want you to take that and I want you to erase that off the board.
Okay.
Because I want you to think dementia, brain failure. Because until we start realizing this isn't memory problems, this is going to change everything. This is your brain failing you, your brain dying, your brain literally shrinking up, shriveling up, and dying. And when that happens, it changes not just your memory, but your words and your actions and your behavior and your emotions and your vision and your hearing and your movement and your sensation through your skin. And so what has been will no longer be. And it will be something different. And so learning how to help and how to cope and how to recognize and how to be there for somebody,
right.
The journey's going to happen. It's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's how is it going to happen. We know where we're going to end up. It's a question of how do we get there. And the more knowledge and skill you have, it takes skill, and it's not for everybody. And that's the hardest thing to help people get is this is not memory problems. That's the
Right.
tip of the iceberg. This is a life changer.
Well, I think that's an interesting perspective. It's not a memory problem because people associate normal aging memory problem with
Right.
dementia memory problem, and I think
Yes.
your perspective kind of puts that into place. It's not really a memory problem when you have dementia; it's brain
by the
failure.
Time, you notice the memory problems, but what you also are sort of sometimes skipping, unless it's another type of dementia and not Alzheimer's, is the language problem. They're having more difficulty than we would normally have at finding the, the thing that you say.
Yeah.
You put one after the other. The elephant. Not the elephant. That's not it. Word finding.
That's exactly
Sometimes
what happened with my
can't-
grandmother. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I can't find them, and sometimes I use a word that's not the word, and then I get frustrated because I recognize it's not the word. But I'm also starting to have a little trouble understanding when you say something. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
Right.
And so we miscommunicate. Well, I thought you were coming next week. Mom, I told you Thursday. Well, I thought you meant next Thursday. And so there's a lot of distress. The other symptom that we miss is the early emotional release, that sort of impulsiveness or indecisiveness. I mean, it's not them. We think it's them because they sort of were that way, but now it's in spades. And they're also starting to have some changes in vision.
Vision.
We also know they have changes in movement, so their gait isn't quite as fluid, or they're a little slower on the reaction time than normal aging. They're making mistakes, but they don't seem to notice some of them, those kind of things. And because we're hooked into this memory thing, that's the thing that we focus on, and what we miss is all the other indicators that, something is going on here.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. You're right. We get so focused on the memory part of it, we miss the other parts.
Or like they forget
The other-
how to get
and
somewhere.
And the problem is those other things affect care behaviors. They affect what setting I should be in, how much support I'm going to need. Because if I lose my visual skill at seeing the environment and being able to pick up on detail, my driving skill is going to go down real quick. And so accidents, fender benders, parking and not being able to figure out how I get from place to place, so getting lost while I'm driving. That's what people don't recognize. She's done that 3 times. She got turned around. It's like, well, she's getting turned around a lot. It's because she's not able to handle the complexities of looking out in front of the car, looking in the rearview mirror, using the side mirrors, moving over from lane to lane, watching for the signage, changing lanes, switching over, looking for landmarks. I mean, that's a lot of visual processing.
Right.
And
All those things we take for granted.
Yes, we do.
we do.
So, Teepa, you're coming here in a couple of
am.
weeks. August the 12th, as a matter of fact, from 1:30 to 4:30 at the Napa College at the Performing Arts Center.
Oh,
We're the
good.
first outside group to actually have an
good.
event there. I'm so excited. So, Teepa, tell us kind of what to expect from your presentation.
Well, fasten your seatbelts, because I am going to try to quickly help people both appreciate what is dementia, what is it not. And when we have dementia, understanding progression in a way that isn't quite as scary, but it's very real. I do lots of role play. I build skills and knowledge. I want you to walk away with new skills, not just awareness, but what are you going to do? What can you try? I want to empower learners. And so whether you're a professional or a family member, my goal is that you'll learn something new that you can use. Because it's not about the theories. I know the theories. It's about life. And so they're going to really experience something that if you've never been to a training that I've done, you're going to be going, wow, that was something. But it's a good something. You're going to laugh. I will guarantee that. And if it doesn't happen, I need to hear about it, because this disease does have moments of joy. But I will also tell you that you're going to walk away with a lot of information that's going to help you. And a video. That's the good part. A DVD. Senior Helpers is so wonderful. Each person who comes will get a DVD that helps go through this again after I'm gone, take you through your brain tour, and help you understand progression in a positive way.
Yeah, it makes for a good reminder of what she
Yeah.
had to say at the event.
That's good.
So that's again, that's Teepa, who's the star of the event, but also the AFA is sending their quilt display. The AFA is organized. The Alzheimer's Foundation of America has organized these quilts that people have made panels in memory of somebody with dementia. So I have 6 or 8 of those quilts coming. It should be a very interesting afternoon, and we're encouraging people to come and actually talk to us about making a Napa quilt.
Oh, right.
So we're going to have a conversation about that. So not only do you get Teepa Snow, but you also get the
Yeah.
AFA quilts, and a bunch of other fun people are going to be there and talk about resources we have in the community to help folks.
So is there a charge for this?
No,
or
it's completely free.
do we have to pre-register? or
Yeah, it's
anything?
great if we could register. If you could go to regonline/family I can't remember the name of the. Go to seniorhelpers.com. It's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, it's easy to remember.
Nice and easy to do. So, Teepa,